KTN.
Shifting focus, Kenya's electoral body is walking a tightrope ahead of the 2027 general election, forced to slash its budget, launching a fresh voter registration drive, and warning Parliament that a review of constituency boundaries may now be impossible, plunging the country into what it calls a looming constitutional crisis.
Our political affairs reporter, Grace Nganga, has more.
IEBC has been forced to trim its 2027 general election budget by 4.5%.
GDP decline. Every MD was actually requested to reduce the budget by 4.5%. So also we suffered that, and our budget was reduced from 61.7 to 57.3.
The revised budget highlights, among others, 8 billion shillings for continuous voter registration, 7 billion shillings to upgrade and maintain KIMS kits, 5.9 billion shillings for ballot boxes and other election materials, 4.1 billion shillings for transport, and 3.9 billion shillings for training staff. Media and publicity takes up 1.4 billion shillings, while 1 billion shillings is set aside each for legal services, among others. But beyond finances, IEBC is battling a deeper constitutional dilemma. Appearing before a parliamentary committee, its chairman Erastus Ethakon was pressed by MPs to explain the way forward on boundary delimitation, given that the constitutional timelines have already lapsed.
Seen almost like 12 constituencies at risk of losing the constituencies. We need to balance this and tell us exactly when are you planning to have the boundary review exercise?
What are you planning to do in between? Because now you are silent, because now that you are properly constituted, you are not telling us whether you have gone back to court or not.
What is the worst that can happen in case you are not able to do this thing before the election?
The Con admitted that under the current timelines, it may be close to impossible to complete a review before 2027. He warned lawmakers that the country risks sliding into a constitutional crisis, but asked for 1 month to allow the Commission to come up with its best possible position on how to proceed.
Is it practical, given the timelines? Can we get resources? Are we prepared? So we need close to minimum 2 to 3 years to undertake this fairly technical and actually also emotional exercise, because we are required by law, the law that you just said.
The Constitution requires electoral boundaries to be reviewed every 8 to 12 years, but the last delimitation happened in 2012. Earlier this month, the Supreme Court ruled that IEBC Secretariat cannot carry out mandate, only commissioners can. This deadlock means some constituencies with a ballooning population will remain heavily underrepresented, while it remains opposite for sparsely populated areas. Adding millions of new voters without adjusting boundaries risks widening these inequalities, a scenario that could fuel political tension as 2027 approaches. In essence, IEBC is juggling 3 challenges at once: shrinking resources, a growing electorate, and a legal stalemate over boundaries. How it balances these competing pressures may define not just the credibility of the 2027 election, but also the stability of Kenya's electoral system for years to come. Grace Nganga, KTN.